Introduction to SOAPSonar 10. When you launch SOAPSonar, you'll be presented with options to create a variety of different types of API projects. The Project Quick Start provides a way to create WSDL projects, Open API projects, JSON, XML, REST, and batch file inputs, or import data from a captured proxy server traffic capture scenario. The interface is set up to support 3 primary views. The project view is for configuring the testing inputs and settings for invoking the APIs. The run view is where the tests are put into test suites, groups, and sequences for test flows. The report view is where the results of the tests that are run can be reviewed and reports generated. So, to get started, there's a number of different ways again to create API scenarios. You can load in Open API documents to auto, generate tests or load in WSDL documents for SOAP-based testing. In this example, we'll choose a popular JSON Swagger API, the Pet Store Open API document, as our first step to build tests. You can choose to load the Open API from the server itself by querying for it, or load it through browsing to the file location. Once you load the document, SOAPSonar will pass out all of the relevant components of the API and present a graphical interface by which to build tests and invoke the API. In each loaded project, you will see a number of project links that provide various capabilities, such as creating data sources to do data-driven automation testing, policy settings that apply to all tests, global variables, and other project-based settings. The navigation on the tree view on the left side of the screen will present the various options on the right-hand side based on what is selected. For the project settings, you will see tabs such as Project-Based Task Processing, Project-Based Global Variables, and other project-wide settings. The Run view is where you will go to create test scenarios. This is where you can define different suites and groups of tests and the flow scenarios for which the testing of the APIs will occur. The settings shown in this mode apply based on the test mode in which we're running. The modes can be selected from the Mode menu and the 4 modes in which you can run SOAPSonar suites to do different types of testing. QA mode, also called functional mode, is used to invoke the API and validate the results in terms of pass-fail scenarios. Run view are the various test run settings that are provided, group settings for doing repeated testing scenarios. Report view then is where we will go to analyze the results, generate reports, PDF or HTML reports, or export the raw testing result data. Under Settings and Preferences, you can see settings to define the behavior for things like the manner in which WSDL and Open API documents are parsed, test setting preferences such as directory locations, reporting email settings, proxy settings, global variables, and other user-based settings. Under the Tools menu are several different things that can provide easy ways to things like 64 encode-decode, PKI management to access the PKI key stores, etc. Key stores or PFX files that reside on disk for TLS or message-based encryption or signing scenarios that you may need to do. The registration menu is for either installing an instance-based license or using a floating license from a license server. Our Cloud Port product simulates endpoint services and APIs. The agents are for performance agents testing, which we will go into more depth in the performance testing video. The Help menu is to access the user guide and the online user help. That's the getting started overview in terms of how to navigate around the simple initial aspects of SOAPSonar. In subsequent video, We will show more details for different kinds of testing scenarios such as open API testing, performance testing, security testing, and automated functional regression testing.